England mourns the death of Prince Philip, the husband of Queen Elizabeth II. And the Madison School District is investigating why a 5-year-old was forgotten on a school bus.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for joining us. Britain's Prince Philip died today. He was 99 years old. Queen Elizabeth's husband was just months away from his 100th birthday. CBS's Ian Lee reports from Windsor, England.
Signs of a nation in mourning. The flag at Buckingham Palace flies at half-staff. The news of Prince Philip's death posted at the gates. The 99-year-old royal passed away peacefully this morning at Windsor Castle.
Prince Philip earned the affection of generations here in the United Kingdom, across the Commonwealth, and around the world.
Prince Philip, also known as the Duke of Edinburgh, was last seen in public a few weeks ago after he spent a month in the hospital for an infection and a heart condition. He was the longest royal consort in British history and was at Queen Elizabeth's side for more than 7 decades. Historians say the prince will be remembered for both his charm and, at times, controversial comments.
He was probably the most good-looking royal in history, but at the same time, he had his opinions. He knew what he was thinking. He was never easily swayed, and so she could depend on him in a way that no one else could.
People are already laying flowers here at Windsor Castle. This is where Prince Philip spent much of the pandemic with the Queen.
He was one of the best royals, if I'm honest, you know what I mean, kind of thing, had a great character, charisma.
The Greek-born aristocrat, who served in World War II, retired from public engagements several years ago. He carried out more than 20,000 of them on behalf of the Crown. Ian Lee, CBS News, Windsor, England.
And because of COVID restrictions, royal officials say Prince Philip will not have a state funeral nor lie in state for the public to pay their respects before his funeral at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle. And this just in, the family of rapper DMX says he has died at the age of 50. He was rushed to a New York hospital from his home April 2nd. The hospital says he suffered catastrophic cardiac arrest and has been on life support. DMX made his mark as one of hip-hop's most recognizable names for his rap artistry and as an actor, but he was personally stifled by legal battles and drug addiction. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your first warned forecast. Kind of damp out there.
Yes, it certainly is. And we've seen these isolated showers roll on through, as expected, pretty much all day long and into the afternoon. Sometimes you get a little blip that shows up on the radar in Dane County, but that's just the nature of what we're going to be dealing with. That area of low pressure, by the way, moving further towards the north. Now it is right here over northwestern Wisconsin. You still see the slow that's working kind of out of the southwest for us, but this northwesterly flow is trying to move right into the picture. And so now we're going to see some additional cooler air work its way on in here, but then our showers, the direction they come from, that's going to be changing as we go through time. Yesterday, again, incredibly mild temperatures made it up into the 60s. I do not expect that for us today. We're at 53 right now. I'll give us all the way to about 58 degrees for a high. Otherwise, things are going to be cooling down. And the reality is things are cooling down overall in that pattern too. We're talking a good portion of the center part of the country having a strong probability of being below normal in temperatures we go through the next 6 to 10 day stretch. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about more rain chances for your weekend. That's coming up in the full first warned forecast.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Chris. Badger Bus Company says they have fired the bus driver and onboard attendant after a 5-year-old was forgotten on a school bus and found alone near Madison's downtown. The Madison Metropolitan School District is investigating after a 5-year-old boy was left alone on a bus operated by the Badger Bus Company after the driver left for the night Wednesday night. According to a police report, a person found the boy standing by himself near East Rusk Avenue in Madison. Parents had called to report the boy was never dropped off after he boarded the bus after school. He remained on the bus after all the stops were made, and the bus driver had parked and left for the night. The co-owner of Badger Bus, John Myers, says they are saddened by the incident and says, quote, "Our apologies go out to the parents, MSCR staff at Lakeview and the Madison School District for this regrettable incident." The Wisconsin Supreme Court sided with Democrats today and ruled that the State Elections Commission should not remove from the rolls voters flagged as possibly having moved, something conservatives have wanted done for nearly 2 years. The court's 5-2 ruling means about 69,000 people on the list of likely movers will not have their voter registrations deactivated. The Biden administration continues to push for schools to reopen for in-person learning, even as there's news that children may be more susceptible to the newer variants of the coronavirus. Skylar Henry has more details on that story and the latest with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine from the White House.
The Department of Education released new guidance this morning for schools to safely reopen. This is the second volume of guidelines published, and it focuses on meeting the social, emotional, and mental health needs of students. It also includes ways to accelerate in-classroom learning and how to address resource inequalities.
CDC is committed to continue our work alongside state and local health departments by providing technical assistance and support to assist schools and states in standing up and implementing these programs.
This comes as the CDC is acknowledging that children may be more susceptible to the UK variant of the coronavirus, which is now the predominant strain in the U.S.
Prior to this time, young kids, particularly those in 8th grade or younger, rarely got infected or seriously ill with the virus, and importantly, did not transmit the virus in the community. Today, that has been turned on its head.
Federal officials are also trying to reassure the public not to be afraid to get the one-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine if it is available.
It is one and done. These are minor reactions in a very, very small number of people. I am not concerned at all, and the CDC issued a statement that it isn't concerned.
The CDC report says it's aware of several incidents of dizziness and other reactions in Iowa, Colorado, Georgia, and North Carolina, but it doesn't blame any particular vaccine. Colorado says it will continue to use the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
I reviewed the reports. There were stories of people who had needle phobia, people with history of anxiety.
However, supplies of the J&J vaccine may be hard to find. The CDC and Health and Human Services say just 700,000 doses of the shot will be distributed to states next week. That's an 86% drop from the number of doses sent out this week. Because of a mix-up at a plant in Baltimore, 15 million doses of the vaccine had to be destroyed. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
A Texas cabinet company that was the scene of a mass shooting yesterday says it is fully cooperating with the investigation into the tragedy. One person was killed and 5 others were wounded. Police say the gunman entered Kent Moore Cabinets and opened fire, leaving one person dead at the scene. A source said he was armed with an assault-style rifle. Police tracked the suspect to his home about 30 miles away. As police attempted to apprehend the suspect, he opened fire, striking a trooper. 27-year-old Larry Bolin was taken into custody after about an hour later. Police say he is an employee at the facility. An explosive eruption has rocked a volcano on the eastern Caribbean island of St. Vincent. It follows mandatory evacuation orders from the local government. The director of the University of West Indies Seismic Center says the ash column rose as high as 6 miles. The island's emergency management office ordered evacuations. People are to be put aboard cruise ships and head for nearby islands or shelters elsewhere in St. Vincent. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
A significant distribution drop for one COVID-19 vaccine and a blockbuster deal that brings the silver screen to home streaming. I'm Elise Preston at the CBS Broadcast Center. I'll have those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison.
Get the new mattress of your dreams for less during the spring semi-annual sale at Ashley Home Store. Doorbusters are up to 65% off. Get a Tempur-Pedic Queen for as low as $30 a month. And free delivery within 5 days on in-stock beds. Ashley Home Store.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know what needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here to help.
A nurse nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
It used to be that when you were healthy, you didn't have to think about healthcare.
You didn't care which doctors invented which treatment.
But now, things are different.
Now when you or someone close to you is sick, that's all you care about.
A doctor with answers. A medical team you can trust.
That treats you like you're important.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
The Monona Terrace Convention Center is turning into the remodeling store this weekend only, and admission is free. The area's top remodeling and home improvement companies are all here. Shop, compare, and save big on everything for the home. Kitchens, baths, windows, doors. If it can improve your home, you'll find it this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Admission is free only at the Monona Terrace Convention Center.
Ashley Home Store's spring semi-annual sale is on now. Our hottest looks of the season are on sale now, including doorbusters like these, plus no interest for 3 years, and a bonus 10% off our sale prices at checkout. Now at Ashley Home Store.
Spas, spas, spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison.
Vaccination sites across the country will not get as many Johnson & Johnson vaccine doses next week as planned. The federal government will only distribute 700,000 doses, a far cry from the 4.9 million doses expected. The specific cause of the more than 80% plunge in supply wasn't clear, but it comes as J&J deals with a manufacturing setback at a Maryland plant. More turbulence for Boeing. The plane maker is recommending customers who bought certain 737 MAX jets check for a potential issue in the aircraft's electrical power system. It's the latest woe to plague the aircraft in the last year and a half. The company says it is working with the FAA on production issues. A sign things are slowly coming back as more people across the country get vaccinated. Restaurant and retail traffic is on the rise. A recent ZenReach study shows in the first few months of 2021, restaurants and shops saw 47% more business compared to 2020. And streaming giant Netflix is getting even bigger. The company announced it will have streaming rights to Sony's upcoming movies starting next year. That includes the next installment in the Spider-Man franchise. Under the new agreement, Sony movies will go exclusively to Netflix after their theatrical releases. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Elise Preston.
Elise, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials up 90 points. The NASDAQ up 13. The S&P 500 up 10. Working from home comes with its perks and pitfalls, including plenty of distractions. Nancy Chen shows us how more people are logging into online workplaces, Zooming with strangers to be more productive.
When Michael Taschuk needs to really focus, he turns on his web camera and works silently alongside people he's never met.
It's a little different than your standard Zoom call that we're all on these days.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Taschuk is on Ultra Working. The online workspace hosts half-hour work gyms with tips to shut out distractions.
But let's all get some work done, shall we?
A moderator monitors participants, prompting people to focus on their work.
Because you've only got 30 minutes to accomplish your goal, there's not a lot of time for anything else, right? So you do have to stay really relentlessly focused in order to achieve that.
Ultra Working says user time has quadrupled since the pandemic started. Lee Knowlton is a company executive.
As you're sitting down to work, you have to make a lot of decisions. How can I stave off distractions? How can I make sure I'm hitting my goals? All of these different things you have to think about, we've streamlined into one decision, which is log on.
All right, I'm Jeremy, and welcome to your cave.
Another online workspace, Cave Day, also hosts sessions led by a guide, and there are breaks.
6, 5.
which can include jumping jacks. Co-founder Jeremy Redleaf says membership has increased 800%.
A lot of people didn't realize how much structure and accountability they got from a regular office. When we're at home, right, the boss isn't really looking. You need to become your own manager.
If I ever feel unmotivated or I'm suffering from a lack of focus, I only have to look to my right slightly, and there's 40 people there who are killing it.
The group setting helps TaskChuck get his work done while working from home. Nancy Chen, CBS News, New York.
And membership is under $50 a month for both Cave Day and Ultra Working. Well, showers are in the forecast for a few more days, but that doesn't bother these zoo residents. Chris Reese has the weekend outlook. There they are when we come back.
Tonight on CBS, it's a full night of action and drama, starting with MacGyver at 7. Then it's Magnum P.I. at 8, followed by Blue Bloods at 9. Then get a complete wrap-up of the day's news on News 3 Now at 10.
Furniture and Appliance Mart Spring Semi-Annual Appliance Deals are on now. Save up to 40% off top brands and special no-interest financing, plus delivery within 5 days on in-stock appliances at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Get more enjoyment from your outdoor space with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom, plus no interest if paid in full in 2 years. Call today. Patio enclosures.
As the weather begins to change, Menards is here to help with your outdoor projects. Instant Post Concrete Mix will securely set fence posts, mailboxes, and more. General Purpose Concrete Mix is great for patios, walkways, and posts. All you have to do is add water, mix, and pour. Get 11% off all bags of concrete and sand mixes. Save with 11% off everything right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. My husband's parents were visiting, and I promised them a home-cooked meal, except my boss had a different idea. He tells me, hold your horses. I call my husband, and I say, I'm slammed, and he's like, Quick Trip, and I'm like, bingo. At Quick Trip, I say, what's good tonight? And the Quick Trip guy is like, everything, but I go for the hand-breaded fried chicken, and I go, make that times 4. Being none the wiser, my mother-in-law is like, I always said she's a keeper. I'll run with that.
Quick Trip, we got you covered.
Get more enjoyment from your outdoor space with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom, plus no interest if paid in full in 2 years. Call today. Patio enclosures.
Ashley Home Store's Spring Semi-Annual Sale is on now. Our hottest looks of the season are on sale now, including doorbusters like these, plus no interest for 3 years, and a bonus 10% off our sale prices at checkout, now at Ashley Home Store.
This weekend on News 3 Now this morning, Saturday, we'll get an update on drought conditions across the state. And variants continue to spread across the state. What health experts expect could happen next in the pandemic. That's Saturday.
When severe weather strikes, are you prepared? All next week, the First Warn Weather Team, we show you how to prepare for severe storms and tornadoes. Watch First Warn Weather for Severe Weather Awareness Week. Are you prepared? Starting April 11th, only on News 3 Now.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
And let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. You survived the vaccine, I see.
I did. I'll tell you, arm is a little bit tight and sore, but otherwise we're doing okay. So yeah, I got it. I'm done, and that's the good news. So I've got good news for our dairy farmers today too, Mark. I want to make sure that I'm letting them know. Boy, we had a big jump today as far as product prices are concerned. We're looking at some major cheese action as far as our product prices are concerned. Sorry, I'm catching myself in my own ear. First, let's talk a little bit about some movement down at the state capitol as far as policy is concerned. We've got two of our representative and senator from the central portion of Wisconsin that have introduced a bill to make Colby cheese the official state cheese. This is not a tremendous surprise to a lot of folks since the Colby cheese did come from that part of the world, but if it is adopted and accepted, it would suddenly show up as an official state symbol in the Blue Book that's published every other year. Like I said, today, as far as dairy is concerned, the news has been all about what's happening with our product prices. Fluid milk contracts on the midday are trending lower after a pretty robust day earlier this week. But what caught my attention today, barrel cheese is up 10 3/4 cents at 169 1/4. 40-pound block cheese up 2 1/4 at 183, and double A butter 3.5 cents higher to end the week at forgot to write down the price, but it's up 3.5 cents. I quick shot an email around to some folks and asked what's going on with this barrel surge like that, and it looks like it's all about the restaurants that are coming back online. Increased capacity in restaurants means that more folks may be having burgers and sandwiches or more meals that include cheese, and so big orders coming in as far as cheese. And just to leave you on a positive note for a Friday, take a look at this little baber. This is Dorito. Dorito is one of 10 calves from across the state of Wisconsin that dairy farmers of Wisconsin used to try to educate kids virtually. Can't get in the classroom, so they decided to create a series where kids could follow the life of a baby calf. Like I said, Dorito is just one of them. They thought initially, Mark, that they'd have 75 classrooms, maybe reach about 1,500 kids. Dorito and all the rest of them, and they named Gemma, Petunia, Penny, Peanut, Charlemagne, Saruji, Cookie, Ruby, and Sweetie. They were so popular with kids in classrooms, they reached 286 schools. 61 out of 72 counties had Dorito or one of her buddies that was in on the story. I think that's just fascinating. The questions the kids asked were really cool. Like, does Petunia get in trouble? So there you go. One way to teach the kids about the dairy industry.
Absolutely. That's a lot of kids. All right, Pam. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Speaking of the weekend, here's Chris with the forecast.
Hey, showers and showers and more showers. That's what you're going to hear as we move into the weekend. We saw a lot of those move into the picture yesterday. We're seeing more of those as we go through today. And here's that cloudy look. This is the station tower camera looking out. You can almost see some of the definition and that cloud cover out there. We're actually entering into the chance that we have to dry out just a little bit this afternoon. Our area of low pressure, it is right in here over northwestern Wisconsin. You see our showers coming out of the south right now, but back towards the Mississippi River, they're getting ready to come out of the due west as they circulate right around that area of low pressure. But the bulk of the moisture, that's now working its way northward. Still, yes, there might be some isolated showers. You walk outside, starts to drizzle, or you get a little bit of light rain, but as if it was impressive, it's really not. Most of the moisture now is towards our north in the meantime. We're at 53 degrees, though, so we have warmed up a little bit from the 49 we were at this morning. Winds continue out of the south and southwest for us. Janesville, you're at 54 right now. The Dells, one of the cool spots. You're still at 50. Mineral Point coming in at 54 as well. 51 for our friends over in Platteville. We take you hour by hour. This is this afternoon. I expect those temperatures right around 55, 56, upwards to 58 for your afternoon highs. You still see the isolated showers, but you also see some of the holes in the clouds. We do at least have a chance to see a ray of sun or two. It's a small one, but nonetheless it's there as the sun begins to set later on. Then comes tomorrow. This is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You're going to be wanting to pay attention towards the south. There's another area of low pressure that's going to be passing by, and as it does so, it's going to be increasing our rain chances. This is now at 7:30. You just saw that one round of rain come through. Watch what's happening out in Lake Michigan. That moves from the east and back towards the west. That means we're going to see more rain, especially as we start to move through Saturday night and into Sunday. This will likely be the steadiest and the biggest quantity of rain that we've had so far this week. I'm talking between the rest of today and through the weekend. This is our opportunity to get in on 3/4 of an inch, upwards of an inch of rain. Will it break our deficit? Well, our rainfall deficit is closer to about 1.5 inches. So I don't believe so, but what it may do is take us out of this abnormally dry category as we move into next week here in southern Wisconsin. Northwestern Wisconsin has had plenty of rain. They've been able to come out of that. We're also in moderate drought for extreme southeastern Wisconsin, so we're going to be watching this closely. But what also happens after this rain system is colder air starts to work its way in. So Monday night into Tuesday, it's very possible that some folks could see a flurry or two as this system overall comes to an end. We're going to be into the 40s for most of your Tuesday, and then temperatures will stay into the 50s beyond that.
All right, Chris, thank you. We'll be right back.
3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today. Jung Garden Centers can help you start the growing season. It's time for bare root planting, and you can find them now at Jung's. Asparagus, onions, potatoes, and seeds. Open 7 days a week. Shop Jung Garden Center for all your gardening needs.
From working out to catching up. And of course, game night. Your home is the foundation for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to be a part of this community for 76 years. During our anniversary event, standard carpet installation is just $76. Carpet one room or your whole house, and we'll install it for only $76. Coyle Carpet One Floor and Home, locally owned and operated since 1945.
The new windows look great.
2-for-1 windows at Feldco really helped transform the house and saved us money.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
I wanted a new TV.
Right now, get 2-for-1 windows at Feldco. Plus, no interest until 2022. What you do with the savings is up to you.
2-for-1 windows ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
We are Dane County. We are Madison, McFarland, Sun Prairie. We are Wanakee, Stoughton, Middleton, Deerfield, and everywhere in between. We are committed to being unique in supporting the value when families share the memories of family and friends at the loss of a loved one. We are Crest Funeral and Cremation Service. More than just a funeral home, we are the people you know and trust to help families before, during, and after the loss of a loved one. Learn more at crestfuneralservice.com.
Erectile dysfunction for men of all ages has become much more common. In fact, most men don't realize that 90% of erectile dysfunction is a direct result of broken down old blood vessels. This causes a lack of blood flow that is critical when achieving an erection. With our state-of-the-art technology, we're able to stimulate new stem cell growth right in our office with no pills, no needles, no surgery, and no pain.
To book your consultation and get back to natural functionability, call Peak Performance for Men today.
Jung Garden Centers can help you start the growing season. It's time for bare root planting, and you can find them now at Jung's. Asparagus, onions, potatoes, and seeds. Open 7 days a week. Shop Jung Garden Center for all your gardening needs.
Here in the test kitchen, we love when we can make a dish that, well, let's just say, can wear a bunch of hats. And the corn and black bean salsa that we're making today does just that. Since it's easy to throw together and lasts for a bit in the fridge, it's the perfect dish to keep on hand. Let me show you what I mean. We start by combining a can of drained black beans with thawed frozen corn, some chopped red bell pepper, a good amount of cilantro, and a few sliced scallions. Then, to make the dressing that brings this combo to life, we add some balsamic vinegar to a bit of lime juice, along with some vegetable oil, cumin, and a bit of salt. Once this is whisked together, we pour it over our black bean mixture and pop it in the fridge to chill for a bit. The nice thing about this is that you can enjoy it as a colorful, good-for-you side dish, or spoon it over grilled chicken or fish to turn a ho-hum dinner into one that is yum-yum. To get the recipe for what we call our Save the Day Black Bean Salsa, all you have to do is check out our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a fun and fresh tasting way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Thank you, Howard. Here's Chris. One final check of your forecast.
We keep those shower chances around all the way through the weekend, folks. Some of that heaviest rain arrives Saturday afternoon and evening. That'll take us into early Sunday. By Monday, we'll see another chance of rain. We're in the 40s for Tuesday.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.